test. Alrighty. Uno momento. I gotta fucking pause this shit every time. I gotta pause this stream every time. Alright. So today we're just really running a test. I want to start a new Dragon's Dogma run here pretty soon, but oops. Yeah, no. I don't want to fucking speedrun. Okay, so keyboard and mouse, we want to change it to Xbox controller. And do 15 down, which would be, what here, 67? 77. That's probably not enough, right? Do another 15, 70. This one, 62. All right. I'm not going to be playing for long here. I just want to set this up and see how it works. I've had pretty bad stream performances with Dragon's Dogma in the past. So my ultimate goal right now is really just to start a new game. Fucking A. Start a new game and test it out. It doesn't want to keep it on controller. I don't know why. Status display, party and enemies, everything's on. Play normal mode. VSync off, frame rate, variable, anti-aliasing. We'll keep it at none, just in case. I don't know if FOV really matters. Alright. Actually, all we'll probably see here is character creation for the majority of this. Oh, maybe an opening credit or two. Oh, that's right, I forgot. You get to play as the Seneschal to begin with.
The dragon's roost is just beyond. We should hurry.
Say, a gate, I guess.
We near our journey's end. It shows itself.
Forge in my fire. The next link in the endless chain.
Gateway to the rift. Here. Arisen. Go and watch your step.
Actually, the performance here looks really good, but we're not in an open area, so that might be why. Tried playing this a long time ago, and we had some pretty bad frame rate issues. I wonder why.
Our kind is ever ready to fight by the grace of your guidance, Arisen. Is the dragon for certain?
Here's another path, Master.
There may be ores here. Let me see. Leave it to me.
Heading out.
I don't remember. Okay. Gotta remember my goddamn abilities.
Stay ever ready as we advance. Come, Master. Are there no other
I could probably turn the sound up, right? It's a little low. Let's go back up to 85 and 77. We'll see how this fares. Doesn't seem to be causing a huge conflict with my voice levels.
survivors?
I don't know that any of this really matters, actually.
Are there no other survivors?
Come, Master.
Because we don't play as this guy forever. This is just a tutorial level. So L1 holds up the shield, right? Yeah, and then it holds up shield spells. Okay.
I sense another presence. A mighty beast. But what's the word?
What the hell's going on in here?
Prepare yourself, goblin!
Oh, this is a room I was never even familiar with. Odd. Yeah.
More bodies. The worm must be made. I'll draw its attention!
Screams till the blood to ice.
Just within range of our spear!
Lie low. Our steel will serve well.
Monsters have made a shambles of this place.
This way. Tis far stronger than a common goblin.
There's nothing up here.
They grow frenzied.
Even in numbers, weakling is a weakling still.
Rout them in a swift charge.
We have triumphed.
Take my fire.
We cannot suffer the worm to work. Strike it when it alights!
Anytime. Or have it.
Can I lock on? I don't think that's a possibility in this game.
Now. My fire is
Nope, doesn't seem like it.
Slay them before they can use their voice!
within range, Master.
Lure them down and strike!
Fall beast.
Oops. What? I got put to sleep.
I'm here.
The shield acts. The shield slap acts as a taunt.
Don't let them drag you off! Strength in numbers.
There we go.
Slay them before they can use their voice.
Lure them down and strike!
Screams till the blood.
The performance is actually really good. I'm impressed. We'll have to wait till we get out in the open.
Survivors, let's join.
Within striking range.
Because I feel like the performance before surely went below 60. That's kind of my ultimate goal, is to keep a good 60 going on.
Let's hasten to the dragon's roost. Our goal is ahead.
Does it have the photo mode? Oh, it surely does. Cool, cool, cool. Photo mode's one of the best parts of Dragon's Dogma, actually.
This way, sir!
More games should offer the ability, and a lot of them are now. Yeah, a lot of PS4 games are coming with photo mode, and a lot of Xbox games are also having the ability to take photos while you play.
Do not suffer the worm to work any further
Our
across.
army is routed. It is plain truth.
Boss time.
Beyond the grand.
Chimera!
There's gotta be... Huh, I guess not. I was gonna say there's gotta be... I feel like my FOV could be wider. I feel like there should be a lock-on option, but there doesn't feel like there is.
They won't be advantage. I see you.
How am I... continually put to sleep in this fucking tutorial. Come on, get him off me! Ooh.
They hold the advantage.
There we go. So if you cut off the snake tail, I think the snake is the caster. But now if we climb on him and attack the goat head, we'll eliminate even more of his attacks.
You shall not cast.
Hop on, climb up, climb.
With magic.
Climbing's a little wonky in this game. It's something that certainly could have been fixed, I think. I mean, it works well, but it's not entirely accurate. It's hard to move, I think, sometimes in 3 dimensions when you're crawling on the back of an enemy.
No, they hold the advantage.
Oof. Oh, my stamina's almost gone. Not to mention, there's a lot of time that you just sit. Oh, nice. The goat's dead. So now we just wail on the fucking lion's head. Oh, what the fuck? My fucking game minimized. Why the fuck would it do that? It doesn't look like it continued without me. That's fucking shitty. Why would it do that? Huh, is there a windowed borderless mode? No. It doesn't look like it. It just looks like fucking windowed mode. Okay, so without windowed borderless, we're left with no option but to play with windowed, or sorry, full screen and hope that it doesn't fuck up again. Oops. So that. Oop. Get away, get away, get away. Stand in the heel spot. Oh. Pull out my shield while I'm in here. The really fun part about Dragon's Dogma is that it's you get to run around with a party like this, but each party member kind of has their own strengths and weaknesses. Like you can see, at one point, Quince was just sitting on the back of it and shredding it, you know? The Strider class, which is what I assume she is, the Strider class is really good at leaping on the backs of enemies and staying on them, you know, and they have better stamina management when they're grabbing onto the backs of enemies. And they deal more, there we go. They deal more damage than most classes do when they're scaling enemies. And then, of course, you have sort of your tankier classes. You have classes that are good at magic, and the magic classes can kind of be either like fully offense or more healing. It's not really a, like a DPS tank heal type of game, but you certainly get characters that fit similar roles. As you can see in that first level, I had the shield summons where I bashed my shield, and when you do that, it kind of taunts the enemy a little bit. And so that kind of works like a tank would, but it's really neat. There's a lot of there's a lot of variability to Dragon's Dogma. And you can switch classes at will. You can level up any class you want, and you can focus on any class you want. You can pretty much do whatever. And there's a ton of content in the game, especially with the expansion, which automatically is included in the PC version. The Dark Arisen expansion is absolutely insane. And the post-game content, once you finish the game, so it's... Dragon's Dogma is one of the first games that introduced me to the idea of post-game content. But there's a whole extra dungeon with 17 extra levels that you can't even access in Dragon's Dogma until you finish the game. Once you beat the last boss, it unlocks a whole new dungeon with 17 different floors and 17 different bosses, and then at the very end, there's a boss, and actually it's the Seneschal. It's the character you played in the tutorial. So when you beat the Seneschal, you become the new Seneschal. And if you play a New Game Plus and you beat all the way through the New Game Plus and you get back to the final boss at the end of that like post-game dungeon, the final boss will be your character from the previous game. So every time, it's a very cyclical experience. Your character beats the Seneschal and becomes the new Seneschal. Very neat, in my opinion. One of my favorites. One of my favorite parts of this game. Okay. I selected this name. Oh, okay, here we go. I was like, why? Okay, we'll start with a template here. I always like the original template. It actually looks the most like the Seneschal a bit. One of these, I think, is I think Troy Baker voices one of these, and I really want to pick his voice, but I don't want to look it up. I feel like that'd be cheating. I want to pick Type 4. Kind of sounds like him. Okay, so now we can make some edits based on some presets here. So what we want to do... Well, let's back up. And in fact, we'll start from here. So, pick a hairstyle we like. This one's kind of neat, but I want something covers my face a little bit more. The default hairstyle is pretty good, to be honest, but maybe I will go with this one. I like that one a lot. There's not a really good other one that covers the face. And there's long hair. I want long hair. I think it includes a lot of the female cuts here as well. I think we're going to go up with our second choice. Because I don't really like any of these. Yeah, okay. We're going to go back to the top here. Pick this one. This one's acceptable. It's not great. It's acceptable, though. Is there a sharp red or just that weird deep red right there? This one's a little orange. This one's a nice deep red, but it's a little too pink for my taste. We'll keep it. Face shape. The default's not bad, right? I don't want a fat face. Don't want it to be particularly square either. We'll keep the default. The eyes are actually fine as is. Same with the brows. I don't really like going too deep into character customization. I like having the option, you know, to change the eyes, to change the nose, the brows, the whatever. But I don't like messing with it too much, because if I put too much effort into messing with it, later on I'll look at it and I'll say, man, his ears look weird, or man, his nose looks weird, and I'll regret having changed it. If I leave it all at fucking default, it never bothers me, so. Alright, let's pick a default body here. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, too tall. This one, nice and muscular. Let's make him a little darker toned. There we go. I like the dark tone. Stature, height, slim, skin color. We've already set those. He's a good build, as is. Whoops. Let's see. Let's try. Ooh. Super bulky looks a little too much, in my opinion. Let's go medium here. Not the quite middle, but we'll make him a little toned. I like him a little toned. Oh. That guy's got a bigger pecs, I think, on the far left. We'll stay in the middle. I want to be toned, but I don't want to be out of control. We'll stick with number 4, I think, here. Legs, we could beef them up a little bit, I think. That makes him have a big waist. I don't want to have a big waist. Let's see, we picked... We're 7, right? Yeah, we're number 7. A lot of these change his waist size, too. I don't really like it. So we're going to stick with 7. Stance... We're going to keep in the middle. And honestly, I'm cool with mid-range between macho and ladylike. I like my characters to be buff, but I want it to be understated, you know? I want it to be chiseled. But they don't need to be fucking brawny as hell, you know? Let's give him a good eye scar. I like a good eye scar. Reminding me of Squall from Final Fantasy VII. Squall pretty much made my life when it comes to scars on faces. Let's see, what kind of facial hair would we want? A nice goatee would be nice, or a nice full beard that's trimmed would be nice too. Seeing a lot of mixtures, but nothing in... Oh, that's... potential. Oh, that one's not bad. Number 21's pretty good. See if we can find something else a little bit tidier. Nope. Okay. Oh, that's actually a nice full beard there. We're gonna go with the tidy one though. Nice shaved. It's got a... I like that one too. I like this one probably the best. I don't like the mustache. I think the mustache is a little much, but Actually, I think I like this. I think I'll go with 22. I like 22. All right, let's see. I'll go for some eyeliner, actually. I could go with eyeliner. I like going, eyeliner's neat. Oops, let's change the color here. Make it dark. I kind of like making my characters a little gothic. I wish I had the... So hold on a second. So that darkens the lips a little bit, but it doesn't darken it a lot. I like the fact that the eyeliner there goes underneath the eyes. This eye shadow shit or whatever the hell that is. So I don't really love the darkened lips, but I like the darker eyeline a little bit. Let's go for some eye color. We'll make them blue. Get some... There's not a good deep blue, is there? We'll keep it there. I like that. All right, so confirm. I like it. I like the look. So basically, I'm gonna play till we get our little pawn, and our pawn in Dragon's Dogma, you make one pawn that follows you forever, and he's like your best bud. He's your fucking blood brother, your blood sister, whatever that you play the game with. Then as you go throughout the game, you actually can hire pawns from other people's games. So Dragon's Dogma is not multiplayer. There actually is a Dragon's Dogma multiplayer game, but it's only available in Japan. Dragon's Dogma single player, this game, yeah, I'm not a fan of those dark lips. I'm really not, but I like the eyeshadow too much, or the eyeliner too much. I wonder if I should have picked a different facial style. I think I can mess with him still. I think I can edit him maybe in one part. Anyways, in the single player here, you can hire other players' pawns to play in your party. So when I play, I'm going to make one character, one side character, that's always going to be with me, okay? Actually, I plan on modeling after OG Piggy Stardust. That way we can... that way it doesn't... since it's a single-player game, we can't really play this together, but it feels nice to be able to play with a buddy of yours. Anytime I've played Dragon's Dogma before, I always model the main pawn after somebody I know, because it's really neat to be able to run around with an AI representation, I should say, of somebody you know. But then the other pawns that you hire are actually other players' pawns. So, like, for instance, when I make a pawn for me, my first pawn, which always stays with me, he never leaves the party. He will be able to venture into other people's games and help them out in their game. And he will earn items, he will earn money, he will earn other things while he helps other people, so he can bring it back to my game. And the thing is other people's pawns do not level. The only pawn that levels is your own pawn. So you're constantly forced to switch pawns so that you can always level, get a pawn that's closer to your level. You'll pick a pawn and you'll play with them for 5 levels or so, but then you'll pick another one later on. And so you always are constantly meeting new players that way, and it's a very interesting mechanic because it's not an online game, but it functions very similarly. It has a lot of online connections. And actually, I'm pretty sure we're destined to get boned by this dragon, so all we're really going to do is try to... we're going to try to climb onto him. And I think the game is pretty much... It's meant for the game, for he's supposed to shit on you and destroy you. But we're going to make an effort. We're going to make an effort. We'll stab him here in the hindquarters. Climb him, bloody. Bloody? Buddy. Alright, here we go. Oh, and he's super armored. You can hear that it's clinking off. There we go. Stabbed him. Stabbed him in a good spot, but we're not meant to win this fight, unfortunately. This is where we forever forge a bond between our character and the dragon. It's kind of almost like a Dragonheart kind of thing. He steals your heart, I think. but it leaves you forever linked with the dragon. He consumes your heart, but you're now forever linked to him.
Nestesta, Nesti, mi escurate et malaga.
And thus begins Dragon's Dogma. This is one of my favorite games, if I'm being honest. They have a Dragon's Dogma online now, but it's only available in Japan. I'm hoping that we get it eventually because I would love to see a continuance of the series. Dragon's Dogma actually released around 2012. It's been a very long time since it's come out. Now, the great thing was that Capcom brought it to PC. And I think that was a huge shout out to fans, and I think it was a very cool thing for them to do. But since it's come to PC, we haven't really seen anything else. I was assuming that Dragon's Dogma coming to PC was to help us determine what the interest level would be in Dragon's Dogma Online to see if they should bring it to the United States. And I think it was that. I honestly do, but I think Capcom's taking their time. They've put a lot of resources towards Resident Evil 7 and fixing that up, and I don't think Dragon's Dogma is a forerunner at a series for them at the moment. What am I going to be? Can be a fighter, a strider. I think I'm going to be a fighter. I love strider, actually. I love the classes that can climb on the backs of enemies and fight them and do more damage, but it's not a very good beginner class. I think it's a little difficult. So we're going to start with a fighter, and I'm going to make my pawn, my first pawn, I'm going to make them a strider, I think. So let's pick up a blank scroll here. It's another type of game where there's plenty of items and you want to stack up. It's kind of a survival game in some ways. It's not easy. In fact, a lot of people consider Dragon's Dogma to be kind of Dark Souls light.
Yes, the wound has closed.
It's not as hard as Dark Souls, but the very beginning of the game is very, very difficult. It's not for the faint of heart.
Sure of this?
Yes.
Ill magic, the work of some curse. The whole world's already gone mad for fear of this dragon. Won't no good come of this. I must go see to the others, Kina. Tell me if aught changes here.
All right.
It's got a lot in common with Dark Souls, at least as far as it's got a very minimalism plot kind of going on. Very good story, but very, very minimalist. And it incorporates a lot of dark fantasy into it as well. But it's not, overall, it's not nearly as hard as Dark Souls.
You should be abed. I wish you would not strain yourself so. I am worried for you, cuz.
What, God, there's so much content I can't even say, because not even the main game, the main part of the game and the post game have a lot of content, but the expansion is absolutely filled with shit as well. The expansion is a whole separate dungeon that you get to access on an island, and I even think the final boss you can't even defeat in your first attempt. You have to fight it multiple times. You have to fight your way down to the bottom of the dungeon and fight him 2 or 3 times, and each time he's got new abilities, he's got new powers. You know, it's it's a game about longevity. There's absolutely a lot of content to experience while playing Dragon's Dogma, which is why it's one of my favorites. I wish there was a little more Western love for it, but, you know, we can only ask for so much. We're lucky that we got the original Dragon's Dogma as is. Hopefully one day we'll see Dragon's Dogma Online make its trek west.
That man you are speaking with, he's of the Pawn Legion. They come from some unknown place, just appear without a warning. They're a strange lot. Not human, quite. They look the part, sure enough, but they lack the will, the spark, what drives us. They have no capacity to feel nor act alone, so they live as sellswords. There's an encampment west of the village where men gather to face.
We'll go to the encampment, because the encampment. I want to get to the part where we make our pawn. The encampment's where that begins.
Why don't you take him?
The first pawn we get is Rook. He's kind of he's there to help you out and to sort of teach you the ropes. The thing that's really great, that's really cool about the pawns
That pawn will be looking to head west with the
in Dragon's Dogma is that they will actually give you tips on
and orders them to move.
how to complete the quests, that you have. So, if your pawn is summoned to another person's game and helps them with a quest that you haven't done yet, when they come back to your game, they will have new knowledge then of that quest, and they will actually give you tips on how to complete the quests that you have yet to do. So, you know, allowing your pawn out there in the world to interact with other players actually is super beneficial because it can help your game. It's really a fascinating system. Oops.
I grant you fire's way! Necro frenzy! Quite the fighter, eh?
That was far too close. I'm called Reynard, a traveling salesman, though those damnable beasts ruined my wares. But thanks to you, it was only wares I lost. I'll consider it a bargain. You have my thanks.
Alright, so the encampment, we can see it right over the ridge there. We're pretty close. Unfortunately, we don't have a
Will have us to the encampment ere much longer.
we don't have any bottles or vials or anything to take our water in, so we can't take any water. It's always good to have oil in reserves because your lantern. So it's a real time, not real time. Sorry, it's got its own day-night cycle. And if you don't have oil for your lantern, you'll
other materials at harvest points.
you'll end up not having a lantern at night, which is very dangerous. In fact, the game is very dangerous at night. Going out at night is not recommended in the beginning.
The encampment ere much longer. We've arrived, Master.
Alright. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost to the point where I think we can make our own.
Stone.
Yeah, here we go.
Serves. I know the way, Master. Follow me.
This is the stone where we can interact with pawns, and what we'll do is we get sucked up into this like limbo world where all the pawns stay, and you can actually look and explore the other pawns that you want to hire to your own party.
We speak to you from across great distance. The Pawn Legion has awaited you. Pray, forgive this strange and impersonal greeting. This rift serves as a gate. It connects our kind to your world. It opens to the Arisen. For they possess a will powerful enough to guide the Legion. If you would claim to be among the Arisen, prove the strength of your resolve. Very well. Then we shall guide you in your trial. If you are an Arisen in truth, the Arisen must possess the valor to stand against all. A tireless spirit of self-improvement grants the strength to lead the Legion. Pray, show it now.
What do we have to look for?
A strange power emanates from within.
Check the area around the encampment until you find a threat that must be quelled. Well, I know it's supposed to happen here, but I don't know. I don't know how to force it. So let's do a little exploring. I think there's something back here as far as items go. I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, it looks like he picked some stuff up. So another thing is your pawns can pick up loot as well. I guess we can go down here. Or no. Let's see. No, it's not her.
Ought to say so?
She's important, but apparently not yet.
The beast comes! Hurry!
Ah, here we go. Okay. Here's our first major monster fight. I love the music in this game too. You can hear it now. It's so very ominous in the background. It complements the style very well. So what we're going to try and do is the eye is the weak spot. So we're going to try and run and climb on its back. And stab it in the eye. And as we do, you can see our orange meter at the bottom left is our stamina. It drains, unfortunately, as we try to climb. And God damn it, as long as he keeps doing this shit right now, it's very hard to climb. Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump off. So we're just gonna, oops. Here's some goblins. Let's take the goblins out first. As you can see, Rook has actually given me a fire enchantment on my blade, so I deal more damage. Oop, now Rook's dead, actually. So if we go by him, we can bring him back up. Alright, here we go. Let's try again. Oh, god damn it. Try climbing up this way. There we go. We're almost there. We're on its head. Here we go.
Now, cut away its support.
Oh, is it falling? Oh, almost. You gotta keep an eye out. He'll try to grab his head here momentarily. Oh, maybe not. His health is actually really low. Oh, he just keeps trying to shake me off, though. He's almost dead. My stamina's almost gone, too. Your stamina drains, so I got lucky. Your stamina drains as you hold on to the enemy, so you can only hold on for so long. And if you hold on until it drains to 0, you enter an exhaustion state, so you have to be ready to bail. You have to be ready to take off if it's too much. He also, let's pick up the loot. He also has a chance at, you know, reaching up and grabbing you and trying to rip you off, but he didn't. He didn't. I don't know why.
What's this?
As you can see, so when you take damage, so this is one thing that's really cool about Dragon's Dogma that kind of makes it a little difficult at times. As you take damage, it's permanent damage, okay? So when you take damage in Dragon's Dogma, your maximum health drops every time. And you can still recover a little bit, but the amount that you can recover maximum changes every time you get hit. So it means the more damage you take, the less, like, the less the length of your travels, of your adventure can be. Because you're going to have to come back into town and rest in order to restore your max health. Or you're going to have to use precious, items in order to heal your max health that maybe you can't have all the time, or you don't always have access to. As you can see, Rook, since he died and I revived him, his new max health was only half of his fucking bar. For mine, I've only got a little missing, but that's because when, you know, I took damage in that fight, but then Rook was able to heal me after it, but he can't heal me past the 453 mark. Right now, I'm at the max health I can get until I either restore it via items or that I rest in an inn of sorts. So it's an interesting sort of fatigue / exhaustion mechanic that Dragon's Dogma has. That requires that you keep an eye out on how winded and your characters are becoming.
Shall we search the...
With that, your trial is complete. You are the arisen in truth, proven beyond any doubt. Now, I bid you select a companion for the journey ahead. They shall serve you, and you alone.
And this is where
Share in your hardships.
OG Piggy Stardust becomes born into our very own game. Alright, here we go. We're going to model him a little bit differently, though. Okay, let's see what the code names are. The code names, the moniker is really just there so that you can pick another. The moniker is what other players see when they select your character. The name is what you see as you play. We're gonna pick the second character, I think. They're both very similar in build. But they're, they've got a few key differences. Probably think we're going to stick with the original face again, too. Yeah, we'll change his just a little bit. He's got short hair. So... I don't really see a short hair build here. Could give him a mohawk, I guess, but... Ah, here we go. Okay. So this is a very cool. Can we darken it a little bit? Yeah, okay, so this is very blonde. We could go probably this color here. Actually, yeah, this one's really good. So there's that. Actually, whoops. I want him to have a little bit more of an angled face. That's not it. 10's very good. Let's try something else. I like 10 actually quite a bit. Alright. Eyes are fine, nose is fine, blah, blah, blah. Preset bodies, we're going to make him pretty ripped, I think. But not too tall. We'll pick him. Stature. We'll make him just a little bit shorter. Oh, weight's fine, actually. Skin color, we'll make that just a little bit darker, too. Musculature. You know, his, Here we go. We'll make him... We'll give him a slim but not so slim body, I think. That way he's got some meat on him. But he's ripped as all hell. Actually, I like where we've got it. I don't think anything else really needs a bump at the moment. We'll make him just slightly more imposing, and we'll keep him with the macho, the half macho. Makes him just a little bit more imposing and a little bit more macho than me. Let's see. Should we give him a scar? It'd be kind of neat to have him... Ooh, I didn't notice that. I didn't realize the arm scars. Let's see, can we do... We'll give him arm scars in the left eye. I would have actually chosen the arm scars if I'd known it was a thing. And we're actually going to give him a full beard. We'll give him that nice beard that I kind of wanted, but didn't think it really fit my character. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see. Let's see what that other beard was like. This beard is nice. Okay, so hold on. Let's take a look here. Compare the two. Ooh, I actually think I like that other one better. It's got a little bit more of a taper to it on the edge. It's a little rougher, you know? And we'll give him some slight eyeliner. I like the darker eyes regardless. It doesn't necessarily have to be eyeliner, but... Okay, cool. I think we got it. I think there's our character. Let's check the voice again. Make sure that the voice is what we like. We'll keep it that, you know, because Piggy doesn't have a low voice. Not particularly low, anyways. Good. I like it. And he's shorter than me. So that works. I think he's shorter than me. Alright. Now, we answered some questions about what kind of personality they have, but I think you can pick what kind of person they are anyways. When faced with danger, which trait would you most value in a follower? An iron will. Someone who's not shaken by danger. While in battle, which strategy would you prefer for your follower to employ? Kill all enemies, rescue comrades in danger, strike at the strongest foe, call for reinforcements. Rescue comrades in danger is a big thing for me, but I don't know what difference that has on the actual gameplay, to be honest. Kill all enemies is probably how Piggy would be in real life. He's very aggressive. Alright, we'll do kill all enemies. Because I don't know what the other one gives me as far as benefits. Your follower rescues your party and turns the tide of the entire battle. What would you have them say? This way, Master, leave them to me. Now, Master, strike the final blow, or quickly after them. Somewhere between this way, Master, and leave them to me. because he's self-sufficient, so leave them to me makes sense, but this way master means we're both about to finish that motherfucker off. I like this way master a little bit better. Let's do that. As a ruler, which gift would please you the most? A magic potion that preserves youth, a brave and just hero to succeed you, the perfect spouse, or a majestic white steed? I love the perfect spouse idea, but since we're going with a male character, I want a brave and just hero to succeed me, which is what I believe Piggy would be. Assuming that I'm the ruler in aforementioned scenario. We're going to make Piggy the Strider. So he will be the jumping on enemies. Jumping on enemies and climbing up and fucking them up. While I'll be on the ground taking the attention of the enemies if possible. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. A brotherhood forged.
Our fealty is sworn to you, Arisen. From this day, the Legion's men called pawns live and die by your command.
Now, when you ventured, so that was the first time, but when you normally venture into that realm, you don't create a pawn every time. You actually get to choose, so I'll show you here. It's just now giving me achievements for all this. I've played all this on PC before. It must not have had the achievements unlocked yet. So when you access this, this is where you actually get to choose the pawns of other characters. So now how I just created Piggy's character, Zach. These are the pawns from other players' single-player campaigns. So I can come in here and look and see what kind of people I want to hire. You know, I see Jamila and think, okay, now I've got a mage in my party, I've got a strider in my party, I've got a fighter in my party. I want to find somebody else that complements that build. Now a lot of these people are mages for whatever reason. If I wanted to change things, I could back out and then come back in. But I'm gonna hire Jamila. As long as you hire someone that's your level, you don't actually have to pay for them. If they're higher level, you have to pay RC. RC you can get by completing, killing enemies, completing quests, and you can actually find it out there in the world as well. So we're gonna talk to Jamila. You can see what kind of details they've got. You know, what their abilities are, what their stats are. You can see how strong they are against certain enemies. It's saying unfamiliar foe because I haven't actually encountered those enemies yet. An unfamiliar quest means that she actually knows how to complete one quest. You can't see it on the stream because my picture's in the way, but there's 3 stars there. And what it's saying is she's got 3 stars in an unknown quest, meaning she knows how to fully complete one quest that I haven't done yet. So if I have her in my party, when I do this quest, she will tell me secrets, little tips on how to complete it. She'll say, oh, I think we should go this way, or oh, maybe we should attack it with this, or oh, maybe we should flip this switch. You know, she'll give me little tips in order to complete it because she has gained that experience either through her own like her own owner, her own master, her own single player game has done it, or she's learned it when she's journeyed with other people. So as we run around with our Piggy character, our Zach character, he will actually gain more knowledge about questing and how to attack enemies, that when he gets pulled off into other people's games, he will be able to help them and he will be able to offer them information. So the more you do with your character and with everybody else's character, the better they actually get at playing the game. It's a very, very cool concept, I think, considering all of this is actually, you know, these are all AI. So now that we've got Jamila, we've got Rook, and we have our own pawn, we can leave. Because 4 people, I think, is the max. I'm pretty sure is the max you can have in the party. So, now, look. We've got Zach, we've got Rook, and we've got Jamila. There we go. And actually, since this is the end of our little tech test, our frame rates are looking fine. We're going to quit and save and quit. But I'm excited. This will probably be my new single-player game. I'm gonna pop this on as our new single-player. I'm still playing Prey at the moment, but once I finish Prey, I think this and Dark Souls 3... Actually, Dark Souls I'm playing with somebody else, but this will probably be my new single-player game that I can stream with without anybody else. So hope you enjoyed the little preview you saw there. This really was just a tech test, a little performance test. So we'll start it up again soon. And thanks anybody for stopping in, and hope to see you guys again soon. Take it easy.